until we open up for the Q&A session right after the presentation.
Great, we are live on YouTube right now.
I see many of our CEO interns. Welcome.
Yay, welcome.
I see Ian from ICHS. Welcome.
Hi, Ian.
So Marissa, just tell me when we get to critical mass.
I feel like we should have music or something.
I know. Actually, you're right. We should have some lovely background music of something, right? Make it more festive.
Yeah.
I think we can go ahead and get started, Min.
Okay, wonderful. So welcome everybody. I'm Min, I'm the CEO of Canon. I'm a relatively new CEO here, started officially 1/1 this year. I'm very excited. I believe this is our very first town hall ever. So I'm super excited to start this, and hopefully if this goes well, we'll continue the tradition of having town halls. It's a great opportunity for myself, for our leadership team to really get to know our community, to talk to our staff, as well as our broader community. So I appreciate everybody who's on today. It's wonderful to see all of you. And if I haven't met you already, I'm hoping that fairly soon I get a chance to meet all of you in person, which would be wonderful. So we do have a few slides just to sort of share with you up front, just to give you a good flavor for, I think many of you know Canon very well. So some of this is really reintroducing Canon to all of you. And hopefully you'll also hear some of the new things that we're planning for this year, things that we want to do, and some of the innovation and creative areas that we want to see grow as well. So if you can bear with us a little bit, we're going to go through some slides, but I want to save the time at the back end to really give all of you a chance to, I think, one, introduce yourselves to us, and also ask your questions. So hopefully we'll have plenty of time to do that at the end. So let's get started maybe on slide 2. Thank you so much, slide 2. So in terms of the organization, so Canon, I'll just kind of go through this briefly. We think of ourselves obviously as nonprofit, and we also think of ourselves as really serving the Asian elderly community. But what's new, I think, is for us to kind of think about ourselves in terms of healthy living. We really believe that our motto, our focus is really providing the best healthy living possible for anyone within our community at every stage of your life. So I think we want to live by that, and hopefully our capabilities and our services will line up with that as well moving forward. Some statistics that you're very well aware of. We have 3 locations, certainly here in the main campus where I'm sitting in Columbia City. We also have a site on the east side in Bellevue, and we also have a new office actually in Chinatown in the International District that our team is just now moving into. In terms of our businesses, this is also somewhat new. We like to express our businesses in terms of our 7 lines of business. And so they include certainly the skilled nursing facilities, our nursing home. It also includes supportive housing, which includes both assisted living and adult family home. Our 3rd business is home care. 4th is social services, and then healthy living, AI PACE, and development. So you'll hear a lot more about this in the subsequent slides when the leadership team actually share the background behind each of those. So I won't dwell on them right now. In terms of our staff, we're a little bit over 250. We've got 21 wonderful board members that support us on a monthly, quarterly, annual basis. We also have plenty of volunteers, and our business has really survived based on the volunteers that we've had pre-COVID and certainly post-COVID as well. We serve over 1,000 people in the community that we touch in one way or another. We have many, many donors, and we're so, so grateful for the support, every year. Many of our donors have been with us for many years, and we could not survive and thrive without your support. And then, of course, we recently celebrated our 35-year anniversary, rather. So we're excited about that as well. Okay, can we move on? Yep. So this slide, I apologize, it's a little bit small, but this slide was actually really important in our strategy document this year. And the reason being is that, you know, historically, we really thought about a business from a functional standpoint. So we think about our services and our capabilities. But we really wanted to, as a team, to kind of take a step back and say, you know, who are our key stakeholders? And we wanted to understand each and every one of them. Although many of them overlap, and obviously they're all integrated and related, it was important to sort of, specify them out and really think about them as stakeholders. So we, as Canon, we actually have 10, if you can believe it or not, we have 10 unique stakeholder groups. And so stakeholders do include customers and clients of ours. So many of you here in the town hall with us now, but also includes the government. It also includes our board, includes our staff, includes our partners, includes our competitors, our volunteers, our suppliers, our broader community, and certainly our donor base as well. So for each and every stakeholder group, we're going to be conscious in terms of understanding your needs and requirements and how we interface with you and hopefully improve what we do and partner with you more as we move forward. So stakeholders are really important. All of you fit in hopefully multiple bubbles within this, within the layout of stakeholder groups. So as we move on to the next slide, I believe we're going to be talking about, thank you, talking about our services. So you probably know many of the folks on the leadership team already, but again, we kind of recast it in terms of the 7 lines of business. So we think of ourselves in terms of the spectrum of care, everything from community care to residential care. And so the 7 businesses lie across that spectrum, and each and every one of them are important. There are capabilities and skill sets that we will be thinking about building out more this year, especially in terms of analyzing them and understanding them better. For example, we don't currently do home health. We'd like to take a look at that and see if we want to add that to our portfolio. We also currently don't do case management, not the complete activity of case management. That's another thing we'll be looking at. We also don't do independent living. That's also something we want to explore as well. So there are multiple things within this continuum, if you will, that will be important for us. And we'll be investigating some of those things with the help of our leadership team, but we also will be getting a lot of support from our CEO interns that will be joining us and working with us this year as well. On that particular note, I just wanted to highlight that we actually have 7 CEO interns on board with us this year. We're very excited. It's also a new program. And so they will be helping us with developing those business cases, really bringing some fresh thinking, innovative thinking to our organization. And we're very much looking forward to working with each and every one of them in those efforts. So with that, I'm going to transition over, I think, to have each of the leadership team members introduce their respective businesses and talk about what's new this year and what to look forward to. I think we're starting with Herman, right?
Yeah.
So Herman, you want to kick us off?
Hi. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Herman Tam, and I am the Director of Philanthropy or Development for Kin-On. And basically, the main idea of our department is that we really try to encourage philanthropy among individuals, businesses, and foundations, and the main goal is that we try to cover the costs of any uncompensated services and any other programs and projects that is a benefit to the community and its participants, and especially, of course, the seniors. And so that is primarily the main goal. And so every year we have a nice little goal that we set for ourselves, and we try to reach that goal every year. And so far, the last several years, we've done very well. And so we've always kind of met the goal. And in fact, we've kind of always exceeded the goal. And so it's been wonderful to see the community and the support that the community has brought to Kin-On as well. And, just for not only just the last few years, but over the years as well. Our team is basically comprised of 3 members currently. Myself, Jessica Wong, who some of you will know. She's been with Kin-On for a long time. And then Marissa as well. Marissa, Yukosoko, which she's one hosting this event tonight. And basically, who are the people who support us and who is kind of the typical donor profile? It's actually quite diverse. We have young professionals, we have mid-career folks, and of course, we have quite a number of retirees as well who continue to support Canon. Majority are from the Chinese and Asian community in Seattle. And for what's new this year and what we're planning to do, I think one of the most exciting things that I'm really eager to kind of get off the ground is our planned giving program. We call them legacy donors, but basically the main idea of it is we want people to kind of think beyond just kind of the month to month or the year to year giving, but helping them to kind of think even in their estate as well, their estate planning, and kind of how can they leave a legacy for future generations and kind of the future of Canon as well, which is a very much a community organization. So that is that is probably the most exciting and the most kind of time consuming and strategy that we're going to be implementing for the years to come, and especially for this year as we launch it. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share today.
Herman, if I can just add two things. One is that two other areas that I think Herman and team are also going to be focused on this year will be around the corporate side, as well as government. I think those are two areas that we do see that we could, build stronger relationships and hopefully long-term relationships with as well. And the second point I want to make is, the team has been amazing. Thank you for all the hard work that you've put in, all three of you. Amazing, amazing. Along with Heidi. Heidi's been very supportive of us as well on the development side.
Definitely. Thank you.
Shall we move on to healthy living?
Hi, my name is Lillian Young, and I am the Marketing and Communications Manager here at Canon. I also lead up the Healthy Living program. So our team, we have a few people, Jerry Chang, Rachel Chin, and Karen Ann Smith. They are our fabulous people running the Healthy Living program, alongside with a lot of our volunteers. And thank you for all you guys' support throughout the years when we kickstart this program. So what we do, we wanted to keep Asian adults and elders physically, mentally, and socially active through programs that we offer. For example, we do have dance classes, we do have technology classes, and a lot of social gatherings and educational workshops as well. We have two locations, one over on the east side near the Crossroads area, and one in Seattle in the Columbus City, just underneath our skilled nursing facility. So our program, we are, because of COVID, we pivoted in 2020. We are able to do many classes online and get a lot of our Asian adults and seniors access through Zoom and through YouTube, and also other social media platforms to keep everyone engaged and active throughout this time. So what's new this year? We would like to reintroduce our program to our different stakeholders, as Min shared earlier today, that we wanted to look at different stakeholders, and we want to make sure that even our staff, our residents, our family members are all part of this healthy living space, and also get engaged and also active throughout this time, even we stay at home. So what's new this year, we wanted to enroll our staff and also a lot of our clients and members to the program for free. And we also wanted to strengthen our volunteers' involvement, even it's COVID time, even just staying at home, we still want to engage a lot of you, and also expand our programs to more of our Asians and Pacific Islanders peeps around the community, and also getting younger members active and involved in our programs to have that multi-generational involvement too. So that's Healthy Living program.
Lillian, if I can just add, I want to thank Dr. Chin for and all of his friends and family and his wife for being very active, especially in our Eastside Bellevue program. I think it's really thrived quite a bit, and so we hope, right, the Seattle program will also match that in the coming months. And I just also want to stress the fact that we have made a decision this year that for current Canon customers / clients, as well as staff, we want to make this Healthy Living Program access free to all of you. So that is definitely new. And I want to make sure that you all hear that. So thank you, Lillian. Okay. Michael, you're next. Michael, you there?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I turned off the mic. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm Michael Wu, and I'm the Care Network Director at Canon. As Min mentioned that earlier, we have an office at the ID area, and my office is actually there. Our main service is to provide what we call the social work services, mainly kind of providing resources, educating people about the services or the resources that they may need and help them to connect with those services. And sometimes we help people to, we make referral and sometimes helping them to apply for those services. Besides a general social service, we also have a program funded by the City of Seattle that provides support to unpaid caregivers who cares for their loved one at home. And we also have being trained and also obtained the license to provide quite a number of evidence-based health self-management program workshop in the community. And oftentimes we do it in some of the public housings. And right now, because of the COVID-19 situations, we are doing a lot of our workshops virtually. And so we have been very active in providing these kind of workshops in the last, I would say, 8-9 years or so. We have 2 full-time staff. I'm the only full-time person. And we have 2 part-time colleagues. And most of our clients are what we consider as older adults, 55 plus, but we essentially serve everyone. Everyone who come to us or contact us, we will try our best to provide services to them. In terms of what is new for this year, we will continue doing our evidence-based program. Last year, we only provide 2 type of workshops. And in the coming year, we provide 2 additional types. Their major focus is on health self-management, teaching people or empowering people managing their maybe chronic health conditions. And the other focus is on fall prevention. Fall is a major issue that concerns many older adults in our community. And the second area that we will continue to work on is to strengthen our online support platform through different social media. So we will continue to work on that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, so I think this is me, right? So Carrie, who runs home care, she is taking a few days off for some well-deserved rest to share with her family. So I'm gonna try very hard to do her justice on home care. So our home care business, we have 100 plus PCAs, so personal care aides, that actually work in the community. So they go out and service and support our clients. We have roughly about 135 clients in the areas that we service. And they do everything from, personal hygiene, daily tasks, routines, chores. And yeah, so it's a very hardworking group of PCAs, as well as the staff that we have, Carrie and her team as well. In terms of our profile, it is 65 plus APIs. And it's very similar profile on the personal care aid side as well. And so there's natural sort of synergy in terms of backgrounds, and cultural backgrounds as well. In terms of service area, we do both King County as well as East Snohomish County. We are also servicing the Bellevue area. We have a small group of clients out there. We hope to grow that base in the future. In terms of what's new, we have put in some programs that really are support programs and enhancements to our PCA workforce. So for example, we are providing them with benefits, both medical and dental. We're also providing enhanced training to our PCAs to increase capabilities and hopefully enhance the service as well to our clients. We're also really beefing up recruitment and training. And so Lillian is working very closely with Carrie on that. And then we hopefully will increase our coverage in the East Side. So this is a great business. It serves the community. It also is a wonderful way for us to keep in touch with what's happening in our respective areas. So we certainly see a lot of growth in this space for this year. Okay, with that, we should move on to, I believe, Pace. Yes, Heidi. Or AI Pace, sorry, Heidi.
Hello, everybody. Sound okay? Okay, great. Great. So I'll just share an overview of our newest program that is in development. It's called Aging in PACE Washington, or AI PACE. This is a program that we are developing jointly with International Community Health Services, ICHS, to offer an alternative to nursing home. Basically, for those who qualify for nursing home care but wish to stay at home, this is the program that is for them. PACE stands for Program for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. It's actually an evidence-based program that's nationally recognized all throughout implemented all throughout the United States. Currently, there's 31 states have this program, and I believe there's over 250 centers throughout the country. Here in Washington, you may have heard of Providence Elder Place, so they're also a PACE model program. As far as working with the Asian and Pacific Islander community, this will be one of the first for our region. Services for this program would, like the name says, will be all inclusive, all the way from home care, so care arranged to come to your home, to medical, clinical, dental services, behavioral health. One key component that's included in this package of services is transportation. So we would provide our own transportation with drivers that you're familiar with to take you to an adult day center where you will enjoy meals, social activities, therapy, and all kinds of services there, including memory care. And then in the afternoon, once your day of activity is completed, you will again be provided transportation to return home, so you can spend the rest of the evening with your family in the comforts of your own home. A feature of this program is that there's care coordination between all of these services. So for your family or even for yourself, rather than coordinating with 7 different providers, you just have to deal with one, and we will coordinate all of that for you and with you. The other feature is that your care plan is unique to you and is customized and personalized to your needs at that time. So as your health changes, the care plan will change as well. So for example, if when you're a little bit healthier, maybe you'll spend a few more days at the adult day center, you'll have more activities with other participants. But if you so happen to have, let's say, surgery and you need therapies, then we might increase your therapy hours and decrease some of the other services. So the combination of services is unique to your needs at the time when you need it. So that is a great feature. So in order for us to make this happen, if you can help me go to the next slide, we are now raising money, $20 million capital campaign to build a senior center and clinic to house this program. What you see here is our latest rendering of what the center will be part of. We're not building we're not the entire thing. So we're actually it's a very unique opportunity to be partnering with an affordable housing developer that will build 5 floors of housing on top. And then on the first floor is where our senior center will be. And next to us, there will be a childcare center. So imagine elderly children and then families all kind of sharing the same space and living together and interacting with each other. So that's the vision. So if you can go back to the previous slide, we can see that out of the 20 million campaign, which we started in, say 2019, we've raised 6.4 million so far, so about a third. For this year, we're going back to the state, county and city, so our local government to hopefully secure another million or to 2 million. We're also leveraging federal funding. So if we're successful in getting 5 million from the state, we may be able to leverage that and have the federal funding match that as well. So we're working on that piece. And we're also hoping to raise 4 million in private philanthropy, so through corporate, foundation, as well as individuals to support this project. And hopefully we'll reach our 50% mark by the end of this year and finish the campaign by 2023, which will coincide with the completion of the building. So that's it from me. I'm happy to take questions at the end.
Thanks, Heidi. Okay, Bolivar, right? I think we're going to do supportive housing and then also the skilled nursing facility, both under Bolivar. Bolivar?
Hi, my name is, I just unmute myself. Okay, hi, my name is Bolivar Choi. I'm the administrator for the supportive housing and the nursing home. Those are the both supported housing of the city living and the adult home, those providing 24/7 residential services according to your need. And pretty much I think for the supported housing right now, we do offer the variety of services. We have some because of the pandemic right now, we do have limited activity, but slowly, as we all know that King County is in phase 2 right now, we're slowly considering reopening up more activity. So pretty much this is where we are. All the residents, they have the vaccine just about a couple of weeks ago. So we're doing the COVID-19 testing on a weekly basis for the resident. And coming year that we are going to slowly opening up and try to resume more normal daily life for our residents. So pretty much this is the goal for this year. For the nursing home, it's also it's a 7/24 services, and we provide long-term and short-term services. For the short-term rehab, that we have expanded our space to provide more customized need for people who discharge from hospital and recuperate before they can go back home. Also, we have a long-term care support as well. And it's a 100-bed facility. Right now, because of the pandemic, we also slowly working on a plan to for the recovery after the pandemic. The goal this year, pretty much, we are hoping that we will have more renovation of the building, because it's 35 years old. It's quite an old building. A lot of things that we really need to improve the services in terms of the residential area, some common area, a lot of things that we hope we can. We do need your support in getting all this done. So this is where we are right now. Thank you.
Oliver, I don't know if you want to just talk a little bit about the HVAC project that's been underway and how that's going, because that is a major, I think, enhancement to our nursing home.
Sorry?
The HVAC project that we have going on at the nursing home. I just wanted you to, well, maybe I can start and you can add. So we, sorry about that. We started an HVAC project recently to the generous donation of the LKC Foundation. Hopefully I'm saying this right, Jessica. So correct me if I'm saying this incorrectly. But it's basically renovating and really helping with our air quality right within the nursing home. So it's a major project, and it's going to really help, I think, both the quality of our services, but also the quality of life, I think, for our residents that are in the nursing home. The other small renovation we're doing is in the kitchen area. So hopefully we're going to be getting a grant for that to help support some of the small things that we can improve, especially in the equipment side from the dietary and kitchen staff. And like Oliver said, I think there are other areas on our punch list that we want to go through. We definitely want to upgrade our services as well as our facility in the skilled nursing area. Hopefully I said that right, Oliver. Was that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All righty. So this final slide really is to say, if you probably already know this, but if anyone is interested in more information, please reach out to us both by phone as well as by email. And then certainly, if you can't get through us by those two means, if you can contact us directly, contact me directly, please do so as well. We're very interested in getting your feedback, hearing about your thoughts in terms of improvement opportunities for us as Kenon moving forward. And I personally would love to just get to know all of you, the ones that I have not met yet. So I'm looking forward to doing that in the future. So with that, I think Marissa, we're gonna open up to Q&A, right? Yeah, I've been furiously typing in the chat box with some of the questions that came through, but I'm happy to take any questions from others that haven't had a chance to really ask questions yet. I'm going to attempt to facilitate the Q&A session. Are there any questions out there from our group here? If not, I'm going to call on people.
Do you want to cover the questions that were asked in the chat?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so let me pull those up. So I know there's a question around understanding our vaccination process, and I think I'll just echo what Bolivar said, which is we have gone through, so both our staff and residents have gone through the 2 doses of vaccination. It was a electoral process, if that makes sense, meaning it was voluntary. So if people wanted to get vaccinated, they were vaccinated. So I think the majority of both our resident and our staff have been vaccinated. So that's the good news. We also have a 3rd visit coming up from Walgreens at our site. So all of our vaccinations for the residential services area have all been on site, as well as for the corporate staff. So we still have one more visit. So hopefully we'll catch the rest of the staff at that point. So yeah, we're very excited that we're moving forward from the vaccination perspective. We are also, on a side note, partnering with ICHS to help with the vaccination process. So not only have we all now been vaccinated, but we're also trying to support the community to make sure that we can get close to herd immunity as fast as possible within certainly within our local community. So we are partnering with them to help get some of the vaccinations done. The other question that also came up, I believe, was around competitors in our space. And so we have, so the one slide that you saw of the 10 stakeholder groups, we have a lot of detail behind that one. And one of the detail pages is really kind of spelling out and sort of laying out all of our competitors by business. So the quick answer is that our competitors vary by business. So depending on whether it's a skilled nursing facility or home care or healthy living, we have various competition in that space. But I often think of, and I think the team knows this already from me, is that I often think of our competitors as partners. And so we want to get to know all of them. We want to work with them. And just to give you a couple of real live examples is that in the home care space, I've been working very closely with a couple of our home care providers in the community. And we've actually found areas that we can work together, like on PCA benefit plans. We're also working together on fit testing for masks. And then same thing on the nursing home side. We're working very closely with a couple of our partners / competitors in really just sharing best practices, because I think it's to all of our benefit to succeed in this space, given that the nursing home business is a tough one, very challenging. So we want to keep each other open. We want to keep each other surviving as a business and moving forward. So I really think of the competition actually as partners for us. Let's see, I think the other question was around expansion to other counties. I'm always interested about expansion. I think expansion for us is probably a double-edged component. So I think there's real opportunity there, but I think we also want to be very conscious of making sure that we have the capabilities to match, so that if we find demand, if there are needs and requirements out in areas that we don't cover, we want to be very sure that we have the capabilities, whether that means home care staff or facilities. We want to match it up. We want to make sure that the quality and the assurance of quality that has always been the hallmark, I think, of Kenon is something that we provide. So yes, we're very interested in expanding, but probably expanding carefully and thoughtfully, making sure that we can service the new demand. Gosh, what other questions did I miss? I think Octavia, I don't know if you're still on, but I think a lot of questions came from you, and they're wonderful questions. So did I miss anything, Octavia?
Hi, Min. There was a question regarding wait list or whether the facilities are full.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So I would say as of now, since for both the nursing home and the supportive housing, we just reopened. And so there's not a formal wait list. I would encourage any of you, if you are interested in any of our services, to reach out, and we will work very hard to see if we can accommodate. So please don't feel as if you cannot reach out. You should. If there's a need, there's a requirement, or if you have a question, if you want to understand, get more details around any of our 7 lines of businesses, please reach out. We would welcome the conversation. Okay, did I miss anything else, Lillian? I think there's one question for Herman directly, so I'll leave that for Herman to answer separately.
Yeah, we've been private messaging.
That's good. So I'm going to ask our interns, do you guys have any questions? I saw Derek, I saw Shalini. Yeah. Or Clara.
Can I just ask a question?
Oh. Of course, please. Is that Carrie?
Yes.
Carrie, ask what is your question?
Okay. I'm in Hawaii and I've taken care of my mother for over 10 years. She's 99 years old at home. And I have taken every caregiving class that AARP has offered and Project Donna and Eden at Home. And that's what saved me because I had no experience in it. And I was wondering, because I'm very impressed with your facility. I'm a friend of Jenny Fung's. I used to live in Seattle. And so I've seen the growth of Kenon from the very beginning, and it's been very impressive. And my Auntie Daisy and my Auntie Fran are volunteers at Kenon. And I saw my Auntie Lil's picture earlier. So tell me if I'm wrong. Does Kenon now have services for people who live at home and are by themselves so they can socialize and they come to you? Did you build some kind of facility that related to that, or was that something different? Was that for people to come and stay, or for them to, because I know that's an issue here. There's a lot of elderly here, and we're very fortunate that government and services takes really good care of elders here, and they're very respectful of them. And that's been a godsend for me. But I've always kept a close eye on Kenon, and one of my projects, I belong to a Buddhist church, is getting everyone's stories from when they were our age, because that's part of our history, right? They are our history. So I was wondering, with your program for people that come in that live at home, but would like to socialize and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Could you explain that program to me? Because I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, of course. So I'm going to also ask Michael and Lillian to jump in from social services, healthy living, and probably Heidi as well for future, right, AI PACE. But let me start by saying that yes, absolutely, we do have services where you can stay at home and we can provide that to you. So home care, probably more directly. So those would be the care aides that would come to your home at the frequency and at the time that you would like, and they help you with whatever services you need from a daily routine perspective. What we don't do yet is home health. That's something we are hoping to build into, but certainly home care. And then let me, if I can ask Michael and Lillian, if you guys want to talk a little bit about sort of healthy living and social services, and maybe Heidi, just from a future perspective, the whole kind of PACE model, what that feels like from a, staying at home and getting care at home viewpoint. I don't know, Michael, you want to start?
Yeah, I think the service that Carrie might be alluding, I think fits very well with the AI PACE program, which represents a continuum of services to try to provide seamless service for the person that might be in need. But right now, we do have a home care program, and that provide in-home services for people helping out with their what we call the daily living, helping them to live in the community as independently and as long to the extent possible, like help to aging in place, so as to say. We have a healthy living program, which I think Lillian will say more about it, which can play a role in helping the older adults to be more engaged physically as well as mentally. And right now, most of the programs has been moved online, but during the non-COVID time, we do provide in-person program in physical space, so as to say. So maybe Lillian, I don't know if you have any, you want to add anything to it? Yeah.
Hi, so thank you, Carrie, for joining over in Hawaii. So Healthy Living Program is a program that right now you can join online because of Zoom and other technology. That's what Michael was saying, that we have workshops, including educational workshop, whether it's for family caregivers or whether it's for someone who have illnesses, chronic disease, self-management program. So through Healthy Living, through the online space, we are able to offer different kind of workshops and also offer social times for older adults to mingle and engage with each other. There are certain groups of people who are speaking in Mandarin or Cantonese or English, so we have specific programs that's more for the API older adults. So that's one thing that we are proud of, and we would like to expand to other languages as well. And hopefully throughout the 2021, we are able to do some programs in person. And that's hopefully something that people would look forward to as well. And right now we turn the spotlight to Heidi.
Great. Carrie, thanks for asking and naming all those wonderful ladies that we so love. They are still active. They're joining Zoom activities just like everyone else, and we miss them very much. But actually, I wanted to kind of take us back. If you mentioned living in Seattle before, so you must, I don't know if you've been to Kenon Nursing Home on Brandon Street. So if you recall, there used to be a covered garage in addition to the uncovered parking. So what we did was actually in 2014, converted the garage into a community center. And so I forget how many parking spots we had to move out, but that space, it's about 2,700 square feet. I think maybe 150 or so capacity. So that's where all the healthy living programs started. And that's where a lot of our beloved donors and supporters and volunteers have also used that space to participate in the programs that Lillian mentioned. Unfortunately, with COVID, we couldn't, use that space. But as soon as COVID is done, that space would be a resource for groups to use. In fact, in addition to programs that we offer, we also rent that space out for community groups to use over on the weekends. We've had birthday parties, church services, memorial services, all kinds of activities. One of our close partners, J Guild, I don't know if you're familiar with, the J Guild organization, and us have been just partnering on a lot of different programs in that space. So I don't know, just thought that maybe I can kind of help visualize where all of this great program is happening or was happening before COVID.
Thank you, Heidi.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question? I don't know. Hopefully it did. And we'd be happy to send you any information if you need more details. And I'm jealous that you're in Hawaii.
And I have a question on here.
Yeah.
Octavia is asking, when the pandemic is over, any plans for a fundraising event complete with auctions? Yeah, actually last year, 2020, we were supposed to be celebrating our 35-year anniversary with a gala, but of course, due to the pandemic, we had to cancel. And we actually postponed it, but then that got canceled in the fall as well. And but the Hyatt in Renton was where we were supposed to have it, and I was in talks with them and negotiated with them, and we decided finally that we would just go ahead and just push the gala all the way back to the spring of 2022. So it'll be on April 16th of 2022 is the official date that we have booked now with the Hyatt. So you will most likely see some flyers or whatnot about that as the time gets closer. But in 2021, most likely not, because actually, because not everyone's vaccinated, and we're still kind of in the middle of the pandemic. So we just thought it'd be safer to postpone it deeper into 2022. So be on the lookout for that. But yes, fundraising, gala, auctions, everything.
Thank you, Herman. Any other questions? How are you all doing? Is everyone doing okay? Clara, how are you doing?
I am going to unmute my. Thank you for asking. I'm doing just fine.
Good.
I will have my second shot on this coming Sunday. And then after 2 weeks, I think I'm well protected.
Very good.
And I have a question for you, Min.
Okay.
When will the Kin-On reopen for healthy living? Do you have any schedule on that?
Oh, that's such a good question. Lillian, I'm going to pass it to you. When will it reopen?
Right. So thank you, Kara, for being so excited about our program and really eager to come back to have meetings in person. So hopefully if the state, so we've always followed the guidelines from the state authorities, from the Department of Health. So as soon as they opened up and led older adults to gather and mingle, we will talk to you guys and talk to our volunteers, talk to our instructors, talk to our members, and see how in what ways they want to come back. And we will, of course, to add in extra precautions to do cleanings properly and everything, so that you guys will feel safe to come in and do activities. So according to state, we're in this phase 2. Hopefully we will move faster to phase 4 or whatever phase at the time that we call ourselves in order for you all to come back and enjoy activities that you guys so love.
Yeah, and I just want to keep you updated. We have a group on the chatting on the WhatsApp. Those are all the table tennis players. Oh, they are very well connected, and then they have dim sum every week, and then they're looking forward to resume the meeting and ping pong in the morning, and then have lunch together, and then after social gathering. We are all looking forward to that, and most of them are over 65. They are getting vaccine. So thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you. Yeah, let's see. Paul, are you doing okay? I think, or Mr. and Mrs. Lee, hopefully I'm saying that right. Yeah, who else do we have here? So I resorted to calling all of you. Is it Fanghe? Fanghe, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. How are you all doing? This might be on mute, right? You might be on mute, I think. Diana? Can you hear me? And then who else do I see here? I see Jane.
Okay, I'm unmuted now, right? Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I'm looking forward to meet you in a few days.
I hope so too, right? We're going to see you, I think. Yes?
Good, good.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
are you both doing okay?
Yeah, Mr. Lee will have his second shot in the next few days. I am postponing my vaccination until March for my personal reason, but we're fine. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in person.
Meet you and everybody else.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay. If I didn't call you, please do speak up. All right. Okay. Do we have any questions on our leadership team?
Can I just say one more thing?
Yes, please.
We have one comment. Ms. Lee has a comment.
You're probably all too young to remember him, but my father was Doc Luke, and he had an office in Chinatown.
Wow.
Right next to where the Wingwood Museum is now. And I just want you to know he would be so pleased with all that you have done. It's amazing how you've grown and developed and expanded your services, and it's just wonderful. And I wanted to compliment you all on your hard work. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to say. Okay.
Yeah, I can't take any credit for it. So all of it goes to the team and all of you that have been with Canon for many, many, many years. So yeah, I'll add my thanks to that as well. Thank you for highlighting that. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. So we have I think 5 minutes left. Unless there's any remaining questions, maybe what I can do is I can sort of sum up and wrap up a little bit on our town hall here. All right. I'm gonna assume there are no questions. If you have other questions, please write it in the chat, send it to me. Maybe Marissa, we can send out my email after this. I'm happy to, just be the point of contact if all of you have other follow-up questions or comments or feedback for us as well. But thank you. First off, thank you so much for taking the time, especially late evening, for all of you to join us in the town hall. Myself and the leadership team, we so much appreciate working with all of you, looking forward to working with you more in the future. And we have many, as you can see, many exciting things planned for this year. You will certainly get probably more communications than you want. We have tried to step up our communications and push out more content for you so you get to know and hear about our updates. But we welcome your involvement. So I'm looking forward to all of that this year. So thank you again. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna close the town hall. Yeah, I appreciate all of you and look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.